Alright, so we are done with the inserts. I'm just going to go ahead and install the camshaft, lube everything up, install the valves, intake and exhaust valves. Actually, I forgot to take one of the valve stem seals out, but so just take these plugs. I plugged up the lifter valley holes so that way I make sure I don't get nothing in them. It makes cleaning them a lot easier. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and install the lifters first, and then lube everything up for the camshaft. Okay. Place this way. Make sure they go in the same direction. All right, I'll take the lifters. That's just done?
Yeah.
You always want to make sure you oil everything before you stick it in. Just oil the bottom of this lifter. Alright, next I'm going to go ahead and install the valve stem seals and the valves. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and install the exhaust valve. I'm going to put a little oil on the tip there. But first I got to install the valve stem seals. You just press fit these on. The way I like to do it, I just get a socket that fits over that flange and you push it on. Put a little bit of oil and you're good to go. I'll show you that right now. See how that'll work. Just to help me push the valve stem seal on to the cylinder head. So you like to take a little oil right there. And push it on. Let's see so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna do this one right now. Install it. And then you just push on it. Kind of push and wiggle at the same time until it gets in. And that's it. And you just do that for all of them. Alright, so I already got all my valve stem seals in. Now I just getting ready to install the valves. Just make sure you dip them in oil as far as the tip goes. That way you don't mess up your new valve stem seal or your valve guide. Makes everything a lot smoother. That's one. Oil. Intake valve. That's it. I'm gonna do all of them right now. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start installing the keepers for the valve stem. I'm gonna do one and then do all of them. So right now I'm just installing the adapter and start compressing the valve spring back in. You kind of want to make sure that it's centered. That way it's easier for you to put your valve stem keepers in. Let me see if we can get some light. That way I can see a little better.
There you
go. Is that better? Good enough. You can already see the grooves on the valve stem. Usually a magnet helps you kind of put it in place, and a long flathead probably make the job easier. You don't got a lot of room in there as it is. So here we go. Stick your fingers in here, but you got a kind of magnet, screwdriver, little screwdriver, and it helps if the valve's pressed all the way. That way you can get the grooves to sit in properly. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish the valve stem seals, or installing the valve spring, I mean. And once I do that, that head's gonna be done. I'll come back and show you guys what I'm gonna do with the camshaft. But for the meantime, we're gonna show you basically what Valeta's gonna do to the header. We're installing, what are we installing?
Well, we're installing the wrap because we don't want it to burn anything, any of the wires, for the starter wires, and some of the plastic that was touching. We're still gotta take some of the plastic off, but we're just gonna put some of the heat wrap, and then once the heat wrap installed, the heat will stay inside. We also have some metal zip ties.
Alright, those are the ties we use to strap it down to the header.
Yep. So here, I already started. I was gonna take it back out, but Carlos wants to record me already as I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, we're multitasking, so we're gonna let you see what he's doing there while I finish up with the cylinder head. And we'll go from there.
Something
exits, and that's pretty much it. This one we're not gonna do it because it's not close to the plastic.
So we're just wrapping. We're wrapping what we can. We're not really worried about wrapping the header. We're usually just doing this because we're gonna protect some stuff in the truck, like the wiring harness, and I believe the battery cable that goes to the starter, and the valve cover on one of the sides. But that's about it. Plus, it'll help keep the heat down, which we're not too really worried about. But you know. Alright guys, we got the header wrap on, we got the headers on. Just gotta torque them down or cinch them down and get ready to put the head back on there. So this was about done already. Now we're doing the other side, passenger side. We're gonna go ahead and put split lock washers, that way they don't back out, so we don't have to mess with it again. Alright guys, so the heads are on, got the camshafts on, got the headers on with the exhaust wrap, tight fit. You're still gonna get a GR block on plug for that right there. There it is. Stay tuned for the next video. We'll be torquing down the camshaft girdles. Putting the timing cover on, timing chains, sprockets, timing it, waiting on the camshaft holding tools, and then we'll go ahead and do everything